Hello traders, Joseph here again. Thank you so much for joining me on this week's edition of my Forex market preview. So as always, I'm going to go over a few of the cryptocurrency pairs and also some other Forex currency pairs, and I'll show you guys potential trade setups and kind of do a little bit of analysis and show you guys where I think the market is going to be heading in the next couple weeks or in the next week of trading. So without further ado, let's head over to the charts and we can start the analysis. So you can see I've got my chart on the Bitcoin. That's what I'm going to start with because it's first on my list, and I'm going to work my way down the list. So looking at Bitcoin right now, we can see that this is a correction zone that I identified in my last couple videos. Like this hole is a correction for the market to go up. Now this move that we started, this bullish move that we started recently, is that move going to be the one that takes us out of this correction zone, or are we going to go back down to retest this lows again? I don't think we're going to go back to retest the low. I think the market is going to give us some kind of a correction here, and then we're going to take off. Because if I bring in my trend line here, we can see that the market has kind of broken out of that trend line. Of course that doesn't mean too much, but if we get a correction here, some kind of a long time sideways correction here, then this could be the perfect signal for us to take this market and go higher. So I think we're going to get more correction here in this zone. So what I'll do is I'll try and drop this down to the 4-hour time frame and see if we can have more cases for entry, if we can identify some kind of a structure zone. So looking at this on the 4-hour time frame, I can just identify the potential structure reversal zone here, which is a nice structure that the market has put in before the last bullish move that we had. So in this zone, I will expect the market to kind of give us some kind of a reversal signal. So is this market gonna go up straight from here? It could, but I don't think it will, because if you bring in your RSI, you're gonna see that the market hasn't gone oversold yet on the RSI, and that is usually a very good indicator to tell you, when the market, to detect trend reversal. So the fact that we haven't been oversold on the RSI, I think we're gonna go a little bit deeper. We could go all the way to the bottom. It could happen, but I don't think we're gonna get all the way to the bottom. I think this trend line might act like a perfect support level for the market to go up. So potentially we're seeing a short-term sell setup here. So look for the market to break all the way down and look for this trend line to act like a proper support level for the market to hopefully is going to bounce back up, depending on what condition the RSI is going to show us once the market gets there. But definitely short term on Bitcoin, we're looking for a sell setup short term, only to about 7,900 area, and then we can see what the RSI is doing for us. But potentially we could test these lows. We could. So moving on to Ripple. Ripple, let me just delete this RSI first of all. So with Ripple, we are seeing kind of a similar move, although it's not exactly similar. So we can identify this structure level here. This structure level, that's going to be a potential reversal zone. I mean, this is probably an area that I think I posted this on TradingView. I told you guys watch for the market to come back down, because I noticed this kind of head and shoulders pattern here. So you got a head and shoulders pattern here, and I told you the market would reverse. And how deep we're gonna go, obviously I didn't expect the market to go deeper than this, but obviously looking at this, then it doesn't change the whole the whole sentiment in the market, that the market will eventually reverse and go back up. So but the thing is that it's likely gonna do it within this zone, so we could go all the way back to the 20 cents region, but I don't think we will. But if we do, then I wouldn't be surprised. Because the RSI is just hovering above oversold condition. It's not yet oversold yet, so we have to wait and see what the market is doing. Like I said, just like Bitcoin, we're getting a potential short-term sell setup here. So expect the Ripple to go down a little bit further, but that's only short-term. So Ethereum, what are we doing with Ethereum? Let's have a look. Let's go on a daily time frame and see what the market has done. So Ethereum, first of all, the first thing I'm going to do is I've noticed this this support level, this huge structure level. So whatever Ethereum does, I think it's going to come back down to that structure level before we get a bounce back up. So kind of like a they're all similar, kind of all the cryptocurrencies. There's an important structure level that they're kind of looking to go and test that structure level before they go back up. So I think that's the same same goes for Ethereum as well. So look for the market to come back, retest that that support level before we go up. Stellar, I think we got the same situation as Ethereum, where the market is coming a little bit down. So we could potentially go back and test that level, or the market could give you a potentially bigger correction here before the market finally takes off. But it's just a matter of time for all the cryptocurrencies, just a matter of time. Euro, obviously I've already pointed out that the market is likely gonna go and break these lows before we see a potential bigger move to the upside, because we are only in kind of for this downward channel, which I expect which usually breaks to the upside. So bringing it down to the 4-hour time frame, do we have a potential trading opportunity? We consider the market has broken structure, right? We've got a bullish structure here, but the market came back down and has broken that structure. But then again, breaking the structure doesn't mean that the market is going to go down. So if you guys have been following my analysis, you would know that this doesn't mean nothing. In fact, every time the market breaks a structure, we're gonna get a reaction here. So this market is likely gonna go back up soon, even though I don't think it's gonna go back up anyway. It's probably gonna get a correction, because if you bring your RSI, you can see the RSI is already oversold. So it's just a matter of time before we get. If you're in this trade, then you have to manage your trades properly. If you're not, don't sell it now, because if you sell it now, you're probably gonna end up taking all those, because I expect the market to give you some kind of a correction here, maybe back into this previous structure before we continue down. So in terms of any advanced pattern here, do we have any advanced pattern? Let me just delete all of this and have a look at the structure. Let's see, we could potentially have a, no, we don't have a cipher pattern. We have a, well, we do have a potential shark pattern forming, which will complete somewhere. Okay, actually that's not the, I shouldn't use this as an impulse, so I have to use this one. Let's go. Yeah, so we do have a potential shark pattern which will complete just below this structure. So the market will break that structure before we get a reversal. So maybe that shark pattern could be the perfect opportunity to go long in the market once that structure is broken. So moving on to the pound. So the pound, this is kind of a level that I've kind of identified in my last couple of videos, a very important support level. So whatever happens, I would expect a reversal around this support level. So you can see the market has tested that level countless of times. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So this is a very, very strong support level. So even if the market breaks that support level, there's another strong support level at the bottom down here. So expect this market to go up some more. If you're a structural trader, so you would be positioning yourself to go long whenever the market goes down to the structure. If you're a wave analysis trader, you can look at this as an impulse leg to the downside, and the market is currently in the process of a correction. So we got the first, the A, B, so we're likely gonna go and break that top before the market kind of goes down into that structure level. And if you're an advanced pattern trader, you can look at this and say, okay, we've got the X to A leg, and we got a 61.8 retracement right there. So straight away, you know, you're looking at a potential bearish godly pattern. So if this market does rally and go up, you'll be looking to potentially sell this market once it gets to around, I have to look for the 127 extension. So let's bring in B2C leg. There you go, 127 extension just right there. So you'll be looking to sell this market if we get a rally all the way to there. So short time, do we have a potential trading opportunity on the short time time frame? So let me drop this to the 1 hour time frame and see. Oops, actually I can stay back on the 4 hour time frame, but let me delete all of these drawings. So we can see here that the market is probably making a potential, it's gonna make one more potential low, but I don't think we're gonna break this low. We're probably gonna break this low here before we kind of rally back. So keep your eye on this one. So CAD, if you watch my last week's analysis, you will know that this is a level that I kind of identify. I told you that the market is making a potential buy setup here, so look for the market to break out of this. So the market has broken out. So for those of you who have taken the trade, well done for paying attention. So now what's next for the CAD? Are we gonna continue this rally up? So let's go over to a higher time frame and see. So the potential we have here, so if I just draw a couple of trend lines here on the CAD and try and see what the market is likely to do, so we can see that the market has already completed a 5-wave correction. Got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there is a potential that this could be the move that will take us out of this trend line. So anytime you get, if you're not in the trade already, if you get a buy setup, take it. Just a simple buy setup like the one here. You get it anywhere here, take it. Once we break out of this trend line, look for a bigger correction before before you go long. But this is definitely going up. This is going to be a very, very good trading opportunity, the CAD. So you guys should keep an eye on the CAD. It will be a very wonderful trading opportunity. So heading over to the Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar, we got a similar structure we're seeing here on the similar structure on the euro as well. So I would expect the market to come all the way back down and test these lows for trading as first traded opportunities. But we don't really have any potential trading opportunity, except maybe if we do can have a potential. Yeah, we do have a potential cipher pattern here. No, actually we don't. It's not valid because we already had a candle break and close above the 6-minute retracement, so it's no valid cipher pattern. So I would expect the market to come back here and test this lows before it goes back up. So New Zealand dollar, I think we're going back up to kind of test this highs over here, because this is just a part of a correction. So the market is likely gonna come back all the way to those highs. So if you get potential buy setups on the New Zealand dollar, take it. So dropping this down to the 4-hour time frame, let's see if we have a potential buy setup. Well, the market has made a couple of buy signals here, but it didn't really go anywhere. So we had a buy setup here, the market broke and kind of went back down. We have having another buy setup here, we had a break, but the market is not really going. So wait for the market to come back, retest these lows, and then look for a buy setup that will take you up. So moving on to the dollar yen. Dollar yen, I think I've identified this on the higher time frame, where I told you the market is in kind of a major correction, which is expected to break up, but then it's not going to be a long time break. So we got this dollar yen in this kind of we had an impulse leg here, and we're getting a very, very huge correction here that's taken us almost more than 3 years. So this correction will break up, but I don't think we're gonna go higher. I think we're gonna come back down, retest these lows before we take off. So keep your eye on that one. In terms of potential trading opportunities on the lower time frame, I don't think we have any. I mean, we're seeing this market coming down nicely. So if you don't get a sell setup, take it. But everything you do on this is always going to be short term, because eventually we are going to get a rally that will go and break those highs. So pound yen, higher time frame. Let's see if we do have can build an analysis on this one. So this is kind of the same pattern that the New Zealand dollar is showing us, where we had a impulse leg to the down. We had a first the A correction, B, and we're likely gonna go and retest those highs before we fall. So in terms of trading opportunity, if you get any buy setup on the daily chart, buy setup on the hourly chart, and take it. Currently we're not getting any buy setup here, because the market has kind of done what the pound dollar has done on the in terms of coming back down with a huge impulse leg here, and then giving us a potential correction here. But in this case, we're getting something that looks like an expanding flat. So expect this market to go down further. However, on the break of this low, then look for buy setups, because I think we're going up on this market. So moving on to the euro yen. Euro yen, we don't really have any. Looking at it structurally, we do have a potential long trading opportunity here, because if you look at this whole structure, we had a huge structure here, consolidation here, and then the market broke over this configuration, came back into that consolidation, tested it, went back up, and now it's going back for the second time. So we could have a potential long trading opportunity on the euro. So if I kind of just mark this level out, where we had a huge support level, so back here we consider that the support level has been tested 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 multiple times. So we could potentially get a trading opportunity here. So dropping this down to the 1 hour time frame and see if we can have any, if we have any potential oversold condition on our RSI. then that could be a very good. So you can see the RSI is already has been oversold, and we're actually getting some kind of a divergence on the RSI at the moment. So this is a wonderful trading opportunity to take as well. Yeah, so moving on to oil. So oil on the daily chart, let's see what the market is doing. I tell you the market is going to go back up and break those highs before it goes down, and that still remains the case. So even though we had a major bearish move here, this move is not going to last too long. So we're likely going to come back down, break these lows, and then we're going to go back up to test the side, because the market is not going anywhere unless it breaks those highs. So and if we don't keep going down again, we could have a potential bullish godly pattern here. So you can see X to ALX, X1 retracement. So we could have a potential bullish godly pattern that will complete below this structure, and that will give us a perfect opportunity to go long until we break those highs. So I think that's it for now. I don't think there's anything that I've looked at. Yeah, that's it for now. So anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. I really appreciate it. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share it, anything that helps the channel grow. I really appreciate it. And if you guys are still not following me on my TradingView page, go and follow me on TradingView, because I'm posting about three to four different trade ideas on every single week. So I've been very consistent in the last couple of weeks, but then I need to get the energy from you guys for me to keep doing it. I mean, the more you support, the more you help, then the more I keep giving to you guys. So yeah, so that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video.